talking a bit wrong. Hello and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. It's kind of crazy. I've started doing this because it's easier than doing stuff on TikTok, because when you do your videos on TikTok you have to make them really short. So I thought, why not just start doing YouTube and doing all my baking on there. I'm also going to do vlogs, so you know. But today we are making some chocolate chip cookies. I'm going to attempt to do something similar to the M&S cookies, but whether that actually works or not, that's a whole nother question. Yeah, I need a bowl. The recipe calls for 2 bowls, but I don't have 2 bowls because who does? I'm going to use a bowl and a jug just because, you know, that is a lot easier at the end of the day. And plus, you just need like 1 bowl for the dry, 1 bowl for the wet. So I'll just use, I don't know, we'll use the jug for the dry and the bowl for the wet, because you need to add the dry into the wet, so it just makes sense. It makes sense in my head anyway. And then we have my spatula, yeah. Okay, I've moved you slightly, just for now. You know, it makes it easier and it gives me more space. So it says to start off by measuring your flour, salt and baking soda. I didn't have plain flour, so I'm just going to use self-raising, because at the end of the day, if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. It's not, you know, a horrible thing to happen. That's way too much. Hold on. And people do say, you know, it's best to use both. One of the reasons why I actually started doing a lot of baking was because I didn't know what to do with myself. You know, coming out of exams, it was sort of like I was stuck. I wanted to do something, but then I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't want to start a club. I didn't want to start something that I know I'm not going to finish in a way. So I just thought, you know, start baking. And it has calmed me down. Even during exam season, I was doing a lot of baking. It's a way for me to sort of, I don't know how to, like, stop thinking, if that makes sense. So it just keeps me calm and it makes me focus on something else for a little while, rather than the impending doom that is my GCSE results, which hopefully I won't fail everything. I mean, we already know that I'm going to fail RE. I don't even know why they made me take it, in all honesty. I think that's enough. Yeah, why not? And yeah, I've just added in the salt and baking soda, which will do something. Don't know what it's going to do, but it will do something. Okay, so I've finished off the dry ingredients. Now I'm going to start on the wet ingredients, which needs melted butter. We need 115 grams of this. That was only 30. I'm going to be here for a while. I'm hoping I have enough. I mean, normally I do. I'm hoping I do. It's only 95. I shouldn't cut butter with a spoon. It just sucks. Every time I think I have enough, I get happy, and then I look at it and then I don't have enough. That just went down and then back up again. You know, with baking, bit of knowledge, not knowledge, like advice. When you're measuring stuff out, it doesn't actually have to be perfect, unless it's something like baking soda or well, even that, you could just sort of hope for the best. And it's not the end of the world if you go like 1 or 2 over or under. Still not done. Nearly there. Okay, so the recipe asks for cooled butter, like cooled melted butter, so it's not boiling hot. So whilst that cools, we're going to measure out the brown sugar and normal sugar, which are probably going to be the most annoying part ever. So brown sugar, it calls for 100 grams. This is just going to be really irritating because brown sugar comes out in like clumps. I don't actually know why. So if you do know why, please tell me. Any food tech legends out there? I don't know how people took food tech. I love baking. I love cooking. I think I'd rather kill myself than take food tech. I remember me and Laura, hello Laura if you're watching, niche reference. Me and Laura used to be partners in food tech, and I used to hit her with a towel I hated it so much that the only way I could actually get through the lesson was by beating her. We were partners for like 2 years, I think. And I'll never forget when we made, what was it? What can I think? Grilled salmon, I think it was, with long stem broccoli for our main course, for our like, what's the word? I just realised that's still open. For our final, for our exam, and she made that and I made cheesy garlic bread. You could tell which one of us was a lot more liked in the subject as well. So this I actually need 6-7 grams of, so that will literally bring us up to 167. I hate sugar. You can never add things too sweet. And when I said I hate sugar, I mean I hate measuring sugar. It's one of those really annoying things where you put it in and then you have to weigh, and then you have to put it in and then you have to weigh, because it never like measures properly. Right now I'm just breaking up all the clumps. I feel like it's easier to mix that way. So now we're going to add in our butter. Some of it has settled at the bottom, so we're just going to hope that it all comes out silky smooth. And I'm going to mix all that together. I'm going to like hope that it doesn't leave any lumps or clumps. You sort of want to mix it until it's smooth. So I've just put that to the side whilst I measure out my egg, which is still really cold. I'm just sort of gonna go with the flow. This is really hard because I took off my nails, and I normally rely on my nails for breaking eggs. I hate eggs. I hate, like, do you know when you get it on your fingers and you go run it under the tap and do like the little thing? I know I'm not that far in, right? But it feels weird because I am so used to shorter videos. So every time I'm having a space with no talking, I don't know what to do to fill it. Like, I want to say something, but then I don't know what to say. Ignore that, you didn't see that. I'm the only one eating these, okay? Don't need your judgment. Oh, 1 tablespoon. Your lucky day. That's so much vanilla extract. Can't hurt to have a bit more. Yeah, I don't know what to do to fill the space. Because I want to say something, I want to do something. And I'm so used to sort of filming tiny little bits. So like you'd see, I don't know, pouring in the mixture, cracking the eggs, all that sort of stuff. I'm so used to only filming that. Oh wait, there's so many freaking blinds. Never losing my hate summer. But I don't know what to do in those gaps where I have nothing to do, if that makes any sense. So after adding all the vanilla extract in, I'm just gonna like mix that in, kind of. It makes a weird sort of disgusting looking mixture, because egg never mixes well with anything. Egg is that annoying thing. It's like oil, where you add it in and you want it to mix, right? So you add it in and then you mix it and it just makes the mixture pull apart. This kind of looks like medicine. Smells really nice though. You've been moved. Okay, we've got a sieve and I'm gonna sieve in all of my dry ingredients into my wet. I've never been good at sieving. But yeah, if you guys have any like ideas of what I should do, please tell me, because I never really know what to do, if you know what I mean. Like if you want me to go visit places or something like that, then let me know, because I need stuff to do. Okay, so I finally finished sieving that in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold it in rather than properly mixing it, because it sort of lets the flour really incorporate into the mixture. You'll see it start to sort of stiffen up in a way. So it will go from being really liquidy to being not so much a dough. I've never had cookies that have come out as a dough. My cookies are normally always a lot more. Why are they like that? It does look really nice though. It's quite nice. That is quite nice. So I'm just going to leave that to the side for now. Yeah. Now we have a knife. So this is where I think I'm going to differ from sort of normal chocolate chip cookies, because I wanted to go for literally how M&S did it, and they have, oh, geez, open this. There we go. They have more of like, I hate not having nails. Yeah, I cut off all my nails. They have more of a actual chocolate in them rather than chocolate chips. So I'm just gonna cut up loads of like chocolate. I probably should have put this in the fridge for a while. Oh well. Ta-da! Now you can actually see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna cut up the chocolate into its own sort of bits. So I've got more of a chunky chocolate than just normal chocolate. I don't really know how to do this, so I'm just kind of winging it. And I am going to do a whole bar of chocolate, because I can, you know, free will.
There. See, lots of wagons across here.
Why would someone leave it here?
It's heavy, probably.
Can Jack climb inside?
Just this once.
That took a while. It took about 10 minutes to cut all of that chocolate out, mainly because it was just so awkward. But now we are gonna add it into our mix. I'm just gonna sort of scoop and drop. I would say if you're actually gonna do this, it might be best to freeze the chocolate, or not to freeze, to like have it cold when you put it in, because that made it a lot harder having it not cold. So now I'm just sort of folding in the chocolate. There's still a bit of flour in our mixture. That's okay, not the end of the world. Okay, so we're finally at the measuring bit. I don't know how many this is meant to make. I didn't actually check the recipe, I just sort of made them. But I'm just gonna, let's call that one. You'll need like either another spoon or my finger. I don't normally like using my finger. Oh, that actually came off quite well. So I'm gonna move it in slightly, because you don't want it too close to the edge. When they spread, and they will spread, hopefully. When they spread, they normally need quite a bit of room to move themselves around to spread. So we're going to call that one. That is a bit more. Okay, cookies are done. Ta-da! I had to do bits of arts and crafts in one area because I ripped the baking paper because I couldn't find the scissors, so let's just hope that cookie stays right where it is. Okay, I'm gonna go put these in the freezer. BRB. We're back to normal height. Just shoved it in the freezer. So now I'm gonna wait like, let's call it an hour. And then we'll go check on them. They should be frozen. Not frozen, like hard on the outside, but no ice on them. I had to put them in the big freezer as well because that freezer's crap and doesn't fit anything in it. So now I'm gonna go do the washing up and I'll see you guys in an hour. Cookies are out of the freezer. They are very much so frozen and they're about to go into the oven. The oven's just quickly heating up. I'm gonna put them in 12 minutes it says, so I'll probably end up doing 15. But I've heard that you're meant to put them in, then you're meant to like, I don't know, you're meant to like jiggle them and pat the bottom and everything, and then you're meant to put them in again. And then you're meant to get them out and salt them and it's all, yeah. But I don't think that's enough space, so I'm actually going to put some of them on another tray. Okay, so I've put them on 2 different trays and I'm just sort of going to put them in, top and bottom, and then I reckon that's 6 minutes and I'll just flip them. Yeah, this is actually going pretty well. Didn't think it was going to go this well. It's looking a bit wrong. So from past experiences, when I put them in the freezer, it makes them go more like up. They're just really big, which I'm not gonna like complain about or anything. And one of them spilt onto the actual, well, no, 2 of them have spilt onto the actual pan. But they do look pretty good. I can't even lie. Like, they look, I think I'm gonna be eating a few of these. I think for in future, I'm definitely gonna need to like make them smaller. And I saw some lady do like, you make them into cones so they actually spread. But they are looking quite good. They're not looking horrible or anything. I'm gonna be eating these. All of them. Like, they don't look too bad. They really don't. Also, peek the setup. I had you on my little Miss Chatterbox cup. But yeah, they don't look too bad. That one's burnt a bit along there. And that one's spilt, and that one's spilt, and this one's spilt up there. But other than that, they look alright. Okay, I'm gonna let them cool, and then I'm gonna come out and try some. So I shall be back with you in like 10 minutes. Let's call it that. Let's call it 10 minutes. Cookie time. It doesn't look too bad. It definitely seems like the mixture might have been a bit too thin. Like, I think if I want to go more thicker cookies, I need a thicker dough. Definitely not my best, but not my worst either. It's just a mouthful of chocolate. They're very oily. I think next time I'm going to use a little less butter, maybe only like 100 grams. I don't think it needs more flour. I think it needs less wet ingredients. So maybe instead of 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, it should be 1 teaspoon, but then I feel like that tastes perfectly vanilla-y, do you know what I mean? I'll bite. Nom nom nom. I definitely think next time I'm gonna make them smaller, like cut what that was in about half, and maybe do definitely less butter, maybe more flour. Yeah, I don't know. They do taste nice though, and I'm gonna put the recipe in the bio. I'll link, because I followed a TikTok recipe. I'll link the girl who actually did it if I can find the video again, and I'll put that down there as well. But yeah, I would say make them. They're really tasty. And yeah, this was crazy, really fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, bye.